was the third. Oh, sheesh. Okay.
See? It should... 1, 2, 3. It's still... Oh my god, I knew I was something right. Oh.
I was right. I should have went with that the first time, but no, we ended up trying with Uno. I'm stupid. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. This is what you get for a blind run, ladies and gentlemen. So,
That's
Mr.
the fun part, though. It's still fun.
Mr. Pitstop, let's go over this again. You said you were talking with someone on the left side of the hallway, correct? I did. But just a little while ago, you also said you were talking with someone on the right side. Yes, I said that too.
Oh.
Now, this person was Miss San, yes? Were you also talking with her on the other side of the hallway? No, I only spoke with her once back there. I remember speaking with Uno, but that was by the electrical box. And Double was just coming in the backstage area, so I spoke with him by the door. So there was no one else in the hallway at the time the suspect left? No, there wasn't. It was just those three. Wait a minute. You said you saw Dee Dee come out of the room behind you on the right. So you had to have been on the left side, not the right. Well, actually, now that I think about it, no, I was on the right side.
Oh, shit.
Because I left that way with Miss San to the auditorium. It was then that when I noticed Dee Dee leaving the dressing room area.
Objection!
But you still saw Mr. Vol leave the stadium. This doesn't change anything.
Oh, shit.
Actually, I think this changes a lot of things. Such as... Let's remember Mr. Pitstop's testimony. He mentioned he was looking back and saw Dee Dee coming out of the room on the right. Now, let's take this information and apply it to what Mr. Pitstop said. If the witness was standing here and looking back, then Dee Dee came out of the room across from Darrow's.
Macintosh!
But isn't that the dressing room Mr. Vol was in? No, Your Honor, it's not. The room across from Mr. Vol's belongs to someone else. And the person for whom this room belongs to is...
Big Macintosh!
Mills Macintosh. Take that! The room across from Darrow's belongs to none other than Mills Macintosh. Macintosh? Who is that? He's the owner of the Super D Stunt Show. So, Dee Dee came out of his room? But how did Mr. Vol get into that room without being seen? Perhaps not at all. Mr. Pitstop, did Dara ever leave her dressing room at all for anything? Not that I'm aware of. However, a lot of people went in and out of her room to see if she was ready. And I was in that hallway when that Dee Dee came out. There's no way Dara could have come out of her room and into Macintosh's. Not without me noticing anyway.
Objection!
But there's no way you could have been paying attention the whole time. Perhaps she bided her time and waited until no one was looking to go in that room.
Objection!
Mr. Pitstop said he was in the backstage area until Dee Dee left. There's no way he could have missed anyone sneaking around.
Oh, shit. Ooh, it's getting mysterious.
Order! It would seem that the prosecution's witness has turned things around in the defense's favor.
Nick, we've got this now! If we don't bring Mr. Macintosh in here...
I know. Just leave it to me. Your Honor, the defense would like to make a request. Yes? What is it, Mr. Wright? We would like to request that Mr. Macintosh take the stand to testify.
Objection!
You want him to testify? What for? We just learned that the culprit was seen coming out of Mr. Macintosh's room. And pardon me for a second, I got something to close out. Sorry.
That's
my
alright.
twit box going. I forgot all about that again. Okay.
Twitter.
Anyway, we just learned that the culprit was seen coming. Okay. And since he occupies that room, I think we need to ask him some questions. But what does Mr. Macintosh have to do with this? I believe we'll find out when we speak with him.
Very well. This court will grant the defense's request. Mr. Hawk, how soon do you think we can get Mr. Macintosh in here?
I believe we can have him here in about 20 minutes.
I'll give you 25 minutes to prepare. Until then, court will take a recess.
Oh my god.
Huh.
Finally! We're almost near the truth.
That was only one testimony he gave, and we struggled this much. Damn. Okay. District Court, Library number 1.
This has to be a joke. Do you really think Mr. Macintosh has something to do with this?
After hearing Mr. Pitstop's testimony and finding out what we know from yesterday, I'm dead certain he's involved now.
But I don't understand, Nick! We talked with him the day of the murder and he hired us on the spot! How he could be involved then?
Don't worry, I plan on getting to the bottom of this.
Hawk just went to go and get Mr. Macintosh. He left with a lot on his mind. I doubt he'll be the same when he comes back.
Edgeworth, are you worried about him?
Not really. I think you're both doing what you need to do in there, so there's no need to.
Mr. Hawk did look out of it towards the end.
So, right, what do you plan on doing now? You called Mr. Macintosh to the stand, so you obviously think he's related to this case.
Yeah, I think he's the one responsible for everything that happened that day.
So you believe him to be the one who committed robbery and murder?
Yes.
What? You think? It has to be a lie.
I'm sorry, Dara, but I have to do what I can to prove your innocence.
Aww. Neil?
Oh, give me just a moment. Sorry. Yeah, you hear the cat. I had to get something.
Okay.
Alright. So, back in the courtroom. Number 4. Here we go.
Court is back in session. Mr. Hawk, were you able to get a hold of Mr. Macintosh?
Yes, Your Honor, sir. We located Mr. Macintosh in his home. He agreed to come with us without any complaint.
Very well. Is he ready to give us a testimony?
He is, Your Honor. Mr. Macintosh, please approach the stand.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please.
Name's Mills Macintosh. I'm the owner of the Super D Stunt Show.
Mr. Macintosh, you're aware of what's been happening the past few days, yes?
More or less. I know that Dara was arrested and put on trial for robbery. And I hired you, Mr. Wright, to defend her. So I wonder, why am I here? What do I have to do with this trial? We'll be asking the questions, Mr. Macintosh. If you could, please give us your testimony on what you were doing during the robbery.
I suppose I could. Now it's time to find out what he was really up to. If you really are behind everything, Macintosh, you're not getting away with it.
Let's do this.
Okay. Here's where things get really serious. Oh,
No
isn't that
relation
cute?
to crime.
No relation to the crime whatsoever. Oh, this I gotta hear.
Yeah.
That day, we were all busy getting ready for the big show. After Dara finished her first stunt, she went backstage to get ready for the last one. I went in there to deliver something to her, and that's when I found out her keys were missing. I went back to my room and continued on some of my work until the police came. I believe that's all I have to say. I have nothing further to add.
Wait, what did he deliver?
It does sound like you are unrelated to the crime in any way.
No.
Of course I'm not. If I have anything to do with this, it's that I'm the owner of the SDSS. We still need to perform the cross-examination, Mr. Macintosh. So please, have some patience. Well, before you get on with it, I have a question for you, Mr. Wright. Huh? As I've said before, I hired you to defend Dara. So why on earth am I here testifying? I have nothing to do with what's happened.
Perhaps. But we still need to get any information we can on this case. You may be able to help shed some light and help us solve this crime.
I don't have any idea what you're going on about. But fine. I'll try and help Dara in any way.
Oh, look at that smirk.
I'm sure you will.
Fucking... That's a fucking bad smirk right there.
That was an evil smirk right there. I know it was. No
I
relation to the
will
crime.
get you, Daredevil! Penelope Pit Stop reference. Oh wait, that's not the sentence. What was that sentence?
After Dara finished the first stunt, she went backstage to get ready for the last one. Okay. I went in there to the... Okay, I need to press
Yes, this one.
You went to her room? When was this?
I'd have to say about half an hour before that robbery took place. Of course, I got that information from the detective, in case you're wondering.
What was she doing when you went in there?
She was looking for her keys, if I'm not mistaken. I let Pitstop know so he could find a spare, but it seems we only had one made.
Those were the keys that were stolen by Manly to protect Dara.
Anyway, I delivered her stuff and headed back to my room.
Press this too.
So it didn't... No question of what was delivered?
Nope.
Okay. So I went back to my room and continued on some of my work. Okay.
But we know it's a box though because of the flashback.
Yeah.
So it might have been a costume? It might have been a costume.
Probably. Let's see. Let's press this one. Hold it! So after you left Dara's dressing room, you went back into your room?
Yes, I did.
And you were working the whole time while you were in there?
Yes, I had some paperwork to do, and I had some spare time, so I got on that.
Did anything happen while you were in there?
What are you getting at?
Well, I was wondering if you could tell us...
What were you working on, and if anybody stopped in? Either one of those would be good.
Yeah,
Wait, if anyone stopped in! That's number one, because they say that Dara went into the room and walked out in the suit.
Yeah, let's ask that one, if anyone stopped in. Did anyone stop by at all while you were in your office?
No, no one did.
You little fucker.
I specifically told the
You
staff
little
not to disturb
fucker.
me while I was in my office.
So no one came in at all while you were in there?
No? Why do you ask?
I asked because there was someone in that room you should have seen come in.
What?
We heard testimony earlier today that someone came out of your office. And that someone was wearing the DD attire.
And who saw this masked rider come out
Oh
of
my
office?
fucking god. I don't like that face.
That would be Mr. Pitstop. He was backstage talking with the help and saw someone come out of your room.
Maybe you heard him wrong.
What?
I think not. We went over his testimony with him, and that was the end result.
Mr. Macintosh, do you recall anyone coming into your room that day? No, I can't. Not that I'm aware.
Explain yourself, Mr. Macintosh. What do you mean by that?
Well, I can't say I was in my room the whole time now. I may have gotten up to check on things, or go to the bathroom once or twice. So someone may have gone in my room while I was gone for that short
Oh
period.
my god. I'm sorry, that face is disgusting.
But you told us that you were in your office the whole time.
Well, I think I'm allowed to be human and misplace a few things here and there.
You little fucker.
This happened a few days ago, so I can't remember everything perfectly. Mr. Wright?
Your Honor?
It would seem that the witness was out of his room the whole time Dee Dee was in there.
This is the make it or break it hour. It's time to put everything on the table. Your Honor, the defense believes Mr. Macintosh was in his room and left at a certain time.
A certain time? But how could he have left without being seen?
Oh, he wore a costume.
Yeah, I want to say that.
Either he wore a costume or he strolled out. But what was very sneaky about? What would make him sneaky?
I don't know. I want to say the costume thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save the game.
Okay.
That's what I should do. He says to make it or break it, so I'm saving. Let's try the war costume. He could have left without being seen if he were wearing a disguise.
Disguise?
Yes. That disguise being the DD outfit.
What?
Oh, you were right!
I had a suspicion.
Yes!
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, are you trying to say that the person who wore the DD outfit is this man right here?
That's exactly what I'm saying, Your Honor. The person responsible for robbery and murder is none other than this man, Mills Macintosh.
Objection!
That's a bold accusation you're making, Mr. Wright. What makes you think this man was the person under the DD mask? As of now, we know that DD came out of Mr. Macintosh's room. And the only person who could have been in there at the time is Macintosh himself. But you don't have any concrete proof that he... Can I stop you for a second? So, you're really doing this? You're really going to pin this on me? Then let me ask you something. Do you really think I could fit in that suit?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah!
The suit? Is there a reason why you couldn't have Mr. Macintosh?
I would have interrupted the prosecutor if I didn't have one. I wouldn't have. You see, Your Honor, these DD suits are specially made. When people didn't know who Dara really was, we gave the illusion that Dara was a man. To do that, the suit had padding put underneath it.
I see. So that's why she looked the way she did.
Now ask yourself, if I put that suit on, how would I look?
You are rather average in stature. A little bigger than the defendant.
He took out the padding in the outfit!
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like...
If you look at these photos, the rubber doesn't look too large at all. In fact, the culprit looks normal in that suit.
Dara fits perfectly in that suit. No one else can wear it. So, Mr. Wright, how can I fit in the DD attire?
Mr. Wright, perhaps you should rethink your accusation of Mr. Macintosh. It's not possible for him to wear the DD outfit.
Actually, I think it was.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
I think it'd be better to show rather than tell you, Your Honor.
The padding!
Yeah, I think it's the padding, but just in case, save the game. It has to be that, because it got tossed out, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Take
and
that!
It was used.
I'd like to show this, Your Honor.
Is that another suit?
Something to that effect. It's padding that was taken off of a suit. You can see some rip marks on the sides.
Rips?
I believe this padding was ripped off a suit. That suit being the DD outfit.
Objection!
Very convenient. And just where did you find this? I didn't find it. What do you mean you didn't find it? What are you trying to pull here?
Oh my god, his face!
He's trying to grip an apple. Look at that. Oh, man.
Oh my god, the poor thing.
Wow. If you
I
allow
will
me...
laugh. Can I just stop you for a second?
Sure.
I will laugh if his thing, as I call it, will be squishing apple to the point where it explodes. Like he's just like, "Grr!" and the apples
Like when he
go
like really
everywhere.
explodes. Yeah. I
Yeah.
can see that. I can't wait for this. This is crazy.
Yes.
If you'll allow me to explain, this wasn't found by the defense, but by yesterday's witness.
Oh yay, more voice acting for me. Well, you can't make it up by me. Wait, no. Well, you can't make it up to me by getting rid of this. What is it? A dirty rat? Must be. It's all dirty and smells of sweat. Somebody ripped it in my trash. Somebody dropped it in my trash can during the show the other day. Mm-hmm.
It was thrown away during the show?
Yes, Miss Hart collected this after it was thrown away. This suit padding must come from the spare suit used during the robbery.
Objection!
That padding could have come from any suit used that day.
Objection!
Then I suppose you came across another spare suit with its inside padding missing. You have been investigating the SDSS thoroughly, yes? Well, no, we didn't, but... Then I believe that it's very likely that this padding was ripped off the spare DD suit.
Oh my god.
So this padding must have come from the spare suit.
Oh shit.
Pretty sneaky, right? Trying to lead the court on like this. Looks like he's showing his true colors.
Oh shit.
So what if you think that suit's padding was thrown away that day? Maybe it belonged to the suit from the robbery. Maybe it didn't. Dara didn't have just one spare suit that had to be thrown away, you know. Well, couldn't that be the case, prosecutor? It might be. After speaking with the suit cleaners yesterday at the stadium, they did say that she went through quite a number of suits. I believe they could attest to that, yes?
But how does this explain the person in the DD suit coming out of your room?
She must have gone in there for a reason, but I'm not sure why. And where were you when she was in there? In the bathroom, probably. But you said you were working in your office the whole time! Mr. Wright, as hard as I try, recalling every detail is a bit of a bother. And you were calling me sneaky a little while ago.
Oh boy.
I suppose that makes some sense. The witness could have simply been out of his room when the defendant visited.
No.
As always, the judge is buying into these lies.
So now what, Nick?
I don't know. This guy is slipperier than an eel. How are we supposed to link him to the crime scene now?
Well, you better think of something soon or he will slip away.
Trust me, I'm thinking. Link.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you've nothing more to add, the witness will leave.
One moment, Your Honor. I can't bow out now. I have to link this guy to the robbery, and I think I know how. I just need to find something that connects him to the crime scene. Mr. Macintosh, if you have nothing to do with the crime, then how do you explain this?
Oh
Explain...
shit. The gun!
The gun or the gun plaque?
The gun plaque.
Let's do the gun plaque. Take that!